Good morning, Coach Grosz.
Good morning, Greg.
Fresh off your 62-61 victory over Hamline University last night in the Erickson Center. Little role reversal. Last year you opened your season at Hamline in the Hutton Arena and you ended up losing by 1. This year, Hamline comes to Erickson Center, you win. Your thoughts on last night's game?
It was nice to get the win by 1, but yeah, it was a hard-fought game. I told the guys afterwards, I thought we played really hard, and I thought Hamline did too. It was an intense game. Both teams, didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but I think both defenses had something to do with that. We kind of challenge guys all year. We say we want to be able to win games when we don't necessarily play our best offensively or shoot our best. And that means our defense has to be solid, our rebounding has to be solid, and we have to take care of the ball. And I thought for the most part we did all 3 of those things pretty well, and then made enough shots when it counted.
How big is it? You were out-rebounded. Hamline shot just a little better, but you had 10 turnovers and 20 assists compared to Hamline's 18 turnovers, 15 assists. So obviously, how big is that mistake or assist to turnover ratio?
That was huge. And that probably when you look at the stats, that was the difference in the game. The 18 turnovers for them compared to 10 for us, and we did get out rebounded by about 7, and actually at half they only had 3 offensive rebounds, and obviously they had 12 in the second half, which hurt us. But yeah, the 20-10 is awesome. 2-1, and again, that's our motion offense. We really like to spread the ball out. I think a great stat from last night is we had 24 baskets and 20 assists on 24 of those baskets, which is a great ratio. So we were moving the ball, we were sharing the ball, finding the open man, which hopefully will pay off down the stretch, and we'll shoot the ball a little bit better down the road here too.
You were led in the game by Wade Chitwood, who had 19 points in 33 minutes. He was 6 of 18 from the field. And then Nate Thompson, in just 14 minutes, put up 13 points. Your thoughts on those 2 guys?
Yeah, Wade is very talented offensively. I'd like to see him shoot a little better percentage, but he was 6 of 6 from the line. So that was huge too, to make all of his free throws. And he made a couple when we were really struggling to score. I think he made a couple to tie it up at 42 or put us down 42-40. So yeah, he's very gifted. He can shoot off the dribble, off the catch. Can get to the rim some, so he's going to have some big nights offensively. Nate was great. He got into some foul trouble, so he only played 14 minutes, but 13 points in those 14 minutes. His percentages were tremendous. 5 of 8 overall, 2 of 4 from 3, just 1 of 2 from the line. But yeah, Nate played a really good game, and I think in the second half when we had to come back a little bit, he either scored on 3 or 4, I think, possessions in a row in the second half. So made some really big shots for us.
You showed a little different perspective of Eagle basketball from last night, bringing Brian Luckler to the point guard position. He had 9 points, 9 assists. How important was that in seeing him in a new role this year?
It is a new role for him. I thought he did a good job. Brian, again, is athletically, very quick. He's hard for defenders to keep in front of them. So Brian, did get around his defenders, quite easily. He finished at the basket a few times. Set guys up, obviously with those 9 assists. So, overall, I think he had a strong day there. He did have the 4 turnovers. I need to look at the tape and kind of break those down. But yeah, 9 assists. That's pretty amazing. So I thought Brian had a good first game at the point guard.
You were up against a beast in Carl Hipp.
Yeah.
Who scored 19 points and grabbed 20 rebounds. Gabe Jefferson and Ethan Benton were on him most of the night. Your thoughts on their performance?
Carl is a beast. Sorry for my phone ringing in the background. But yeah, he had 19 points, 20 rebounds. I told him after the game, I said, I'm glad we don't have to see anymore. I thought Gabe and Ethan really battled him, and probably affected their offense a little bit, just trying to defend him and keep him off the boards. We also doubled him, and I thought Josh Williams came in and did a good job double teaming him, as well as Tom Gisler and Gabe were the kind of double guys. So I know he had pretty good numbers, but I still thought we did a decent job on him. I thought it could have been worse. And Ethan obviously had that big block out at the end of the game. Got that over the back call on him, which was a big possession for us to get possession of that ball.
You're headed into your 15th, or the program's 15th rendition of the annual Tip-Off Tournament here at Northwestern this weekend. On Friday and Saturday, you'll welcome North Central University, UW River Falls, and Simpson College to the Erickson Center. You're going to play North Central at 8 o'clock on Friday night. You know Coach John High well, you know the Rams well. How will you prepare your team for that game?
Yeah, John's a good friend, a great coach, and they're going to be tough. I mean, it's North Central's a team we've played more than anybody in our school's history, so it's a big rivalry game. They usually bring a good crowd. We'll have a good crowd, so I think it'll be a great atmosphere. They just lost last night to Minnesota Morris, who's picked to win our conference by 14, 94 to 80. So obviously they can score. I mean, putting up 80 points, I mean, that's a lot of points to put up. So, they lost a few guys from last year, but they're very capable. I don't think they're going to be real big. They'll be a lot like Hamline in that way. They'll probably spread us out, really try to penetrate us. They don't have a Carl Hipp per se inside, but it'll be a tough game. I mean, every time we play North Central, it will be a good battle. So that's really our focus right now. That's all we're worried about. We'll watch the River Falls Simpson game and scout that game, and whoever we play on Saturday, whether it's in that championship game or the third place game, we'll get ready for them after Friday.